So, I was bored, and I decided for my first actual plan video, I'll show you how to how to survive your first day in the forest. So, the difficulties are here: normal, hard survival, peaceful, creative. If you're a bitch, go for a creative. If you want just a peaceful survival sandbox, go for peaceful. Maybe no enemies. Hard survival and hard each do calories and cannibals doing a shit ton of damage, like enough to one-shot you. I find that a little bit ridiculous, and animals spawn a lot less frequently. So, we're not going to be doing these. We're just going to be doing regular, normal. If you guys want, you can try those, but I think you might be a little bit crazy if you try those out, to be honest with you. Get your ass handed to you on a silver platter, so we're just going for normal, and I'll show you guys how to survive your first night with my experience in 2025. As far as I know, there's not going to be any more updates, but the game did have the Forest 3 announced, or just Forest 3. Alright. If you guys want, you can just probably skip like a minute and we'll be done this playing scene, but I'm going to let it play for the people that haven't seen it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened. Flight attendants and cabin crew, please.
That was the Red Man. He's a pretty important guy. He just kidnapped our son. Unless you're blind, you should be able to tell that. Alright, so it looks like we have one of the best spawning spots for the plane. I can already tell because how much I played this game. So you'll walk forward here. First thing you want to do is grab the axe. Walking forward, you'll auto pick it up. Got these meds. These are meds. He'll consume the first one he picks up. Food, he'll eat all this. Or they just eat them all up, really. They'll respawn every time you reload the game. All the loot here, so it doesn't really matter too much. Unless you're not want to exploit stuff like that. The sodas, usually he will drink the first one he picks up, if I'm not correct. Let me know, but I believe he does. Same thing with food. If you pick the food up before you eat, like the snack bowls here. If you're in multiplayer, there'll be a plate that spawns there, which is useful for giving items to other players. And little hint, it will also be able to duplicate items if you have over 30 of them, of some weird glitches. Now, if you hit her, this doesn't matter. This is just cosmetic, which you can't actually see if you're in a regular world. If you hit her a few times with your plain axe, you'll be able to skin her coat off her. You're not actually skinning her body, you're just taking the coat off her. And you can wear this. I think it looks a little bit dumb, so I'll be equipping this. These are birds. If you hit these guys, they'll give you one small meat and some feathers. These are useful for crafting arrows if you want to make a crafted bow. Suitcases, you'll see these. You want to break all of these, and I mean all of them. Oh, the suitcase right there. You had rocks, money. Money is not really useful in this game. It's not like you can trade with the villagers that we call cannibals in this game. The scary Terrys, if you will. Now, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like whenever I spawn at this place, it is one of the best places to spawn. But I feel like there's never any loot. So, I'm not sure. These right here, these are really important. See these? You always pick them up. They'll give you alloy and possibly a seed for said alloy. And you can make heals with those. They're not as good as the ones you just find that are already pre-bottled, but they're pretty good. I'm pretty sure you can climb on top of the plane. I don't think you can build up here, though. Now, if you're down here and you want to get in the plane, this spawn point's a little bit... This spawn point's a little bit difficult, but you can get into it just by, I think, about here. I might not be able to get into it. It might have a bit weird with the thing points. Yeah, I don't know. This one's one of the toughest planes to get back into, but it is indeed possible. I did it easily one time, and I've never been able to recreate it. Oh, there you go. All right. See, you just basically want to just fucking slow up against that one part and jump there. All right, so you can get back into the plane all you want. Like I said, you can actually make a bed right here, but that you need like 3 rabbits for and sticks and a bunch of other shit. Basically, if you want to be secured as possible, build that base. Fuck was that? Build a base up against the plane and the fire. But cannibals will be attracted to this. They'll come very soon, and I think I heard one a second ago. So we basically just want to grab all the little goodies you see around you and get the fuck out of here. Also, you might be tempted to make a fire in your book of goodies over here. If you make a fire or a drying rack, I think even a house, the cannibals will be attracted to that. So if you want combat, build all that shit immediately. If you're on peaceful, it doesn't really matter to you. Or creative. I don't know why there's not creative with enemies. Oh. I thought this was a different spawn point. This is still one of the best ones in the game, possibly even better. So this right here is the plane. If you go up there behind that tree, there's actually the explosion area, and if you blow that up, there'll be a gun part, which you can use to craft a revolver. And there will also be some ammo for said gun, and I think 1 row. We're just gonna keep going through, grabbing all this shit. Do you notice I can't hold the medicine? I don't think there's any downside to popping a bunch of pills. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Right here, we got a cassette, and then a piece of lore, as you will. Lore is not very explained in this game. It's just kind of, you know, it's here. Now, if I was paying close attention to this, I wasn't really. There's a small chance that the red man that kidnapped her son, you'll see him on the boat here as we enter in. Looks like he didn't spawn this time. He has a small chance to spawn here, one other place, and up there next to the main cannibal camp. If you see him, there's nothing you can really do about him. He's basically just there to taunt you kind of thing. And go like, what the fuck was that? Kind of thing. And you'll see him like, he's right here. He climbs into this. But when you come down here, as you can see, he's nowhere to be found. But boom! Just kidding, he's not here. Have all this shit. See, these are air canisters. When you get the rebreather to breathe underwater, you can use these on them. The rebreather actually has a really long tank, so if you come here, these respawn every time. It's almost useless. That right there is the Virginia. That picture you just saw there, it's a monster that can spawn at day 7 and beyond. I'm just throwing information at you guys. I don't know if I'm going too quick or not. Save your game here. It's also a bed. It's nice and safe. You can sleep here. If it rains, though, you will get cold. I believe the rain just goes straight through the ceiling for whatever reason. Now, you can build your base at this beach. But if you do, I've had my base here plenty of times. My first base is here. Lots of fun. But enemies show up a lot. So if you want to get your ass handed to you, make your base here. But, good thing about this place, these fuckers right here. I didn't even think there was one here. I'm just going to explain it without you guys. You can kill these turtles. By the way, I hope you know, I hate turtles. That's a reference right there. I hope you guys get that one. You can kill them. You get their head here. This is for a trophy. You can put every single head in the game on a wall. It doesn't matter where you put it, you'll get a trophy. But, main important thing, turtle shell. You can use this turtle shell as a sled, I believe. I forgot how. I think it's, I don't know. Something with the aim button and the jump button. I'm not sure. I forgot about that. Because I never use it. But they're very important. Those are more berries you can use to, or not berries, just plants you can use to craft shit with. We're going to keep heading in this direction. You guys can make a base over there if you want to. But we're going to head to a nice, safer location. But yeah, like I said, the turtle shell, you can use that to make a water collector, which is its most practical use. You can use it as a shield. It will block all damage, which is means it's a good shield, but... Oh! The natives. I got unlucky here. This one immediately wants to open up a can of whoop ass, I believe. He's not in curious mode or anything. We're just... he might be in curious mode. You want to just try to scare me? He's running away. You might not encounter these guys for like up to 10 days, but... they always know where you are, and they'll start circling around where you're at. It's only a matter of time before they find you. Usually first day you only fight one, maybe two if you're unlucky like me. Alright, got to three. Now I might get my ass beat here. If I get my ass beat here, you guys will see. If I fall down, I'll let you guys see. Hoping that I don't die here. I shouldn't. There's a very high chance I do, because they are beating my ass, quite frankly. If you get low, pop a pill. Good suggestion. Axe, cloth. This right here will make a flaming weapon. They won't last long. They're pretty good. You do this, this will make yourself a spear. Now, if you have 2 of these, 3 bones, which you get from those pricks up there, you can make yourself an upgraded spear, as you can see right there. And that will just do more damage melee-wise, but won't do any more if you throw it. So I'll bind this to down the D-pad. You guys are on PC, you'll have, pretty sure, like any button on your keyboard besides WSD. Same thing with this right here. This is bind to that side of my D-pad. You can pull it out. PlayStation only has 2 bind slots, so I usually use it for a melee, close, hard-hitting weapon, which this is not, by the way. And then one weak spear kind of weapon. Or just, like, range in general. So, if you're wondering why they're not absolutely whooping my ass right now, on normal mode and below, which I think involves creative and peaceful, if you have your menu pulled up like this, you can see I'm not healing at all. My thirst is going down, my hunger is going down. The game is completely paused, just like if you hit the pause button. So, from this menu, they cannot whoop my ass, but I also can't whoop their ass. If you're in multiplayer, though, doesn't matter what mode you pick, obviously the game will not pause for the people that are in your world. They have to move on their own. They can't pause their game, so it won't pause for them. But I can stay in this menu and yap all I want. I'm not going to do that to you guys. But I heard just something behind me. One more thing. This can be useful. 1 booze, 1 rope. This makes a Molotov. I would not recommend making these unless you have a shit ton of soda or just some extra soda that you can't pick up. You definitely make one of these. But it's definitely better use making, I don't know, air shit. One more thing we can make. This right here. This is a bow. Alright. With this bow, I have 7 feathers. Good. With 5 feathers on, I put a little bit more. 1 stick. That's all you need. I've just put a bunch on here first. That's how you make arrows. This is how you make flaming arrows. Same recipe for the... oh, whoops. Same recipe for the Molotov. Just put arrows along with it. Okay, 1 second here. I gotta... I have been muted. I just realized. I have to recap everything I just said. That was my bad. Because I don't feel like voicing over myself. Basically, the spear might be a better weapon than the regular axe. Now, after we kill these guys with my spear, I put them on the fire here. Because they'll turn to bones, and I can use those bones to craft armor. Shit. So this is the meat I just put on there. Small meat. Won't feel your hunger and that kind of shit as much as regular meat will. But that's fine, because you can't hold, or you can't put dried meat on a drying rack to make it better meat. And you also can't, it won't be available for that much longer. Anyway, you put your rope over here on this, put your bones on this, you make up to 2 armor at a time, put those bitches on. More, I'll make 1 more. Boom. 3 bone armor. The making. Now, if I try to remember what else I said, you don't gotta do that. I just did that for no reason at all. So I felt like it. So yeah, spear. I believe the spear, you can check damage just by just hovering your thing over it. It does a little bit less damage with melee than the axe, but does a shit ton if you throw it. Even if it's like 2 inches, it will hurt, and you'll hear them scream if it hits them usually, or the sound of, like, shits. Now, if I have the crafting speed, which I do not, yeah, it's gonna. Okay, this right here, put both these together. This is something you will almost never need, but it's good for traversing, so I'm gonna eat one right now. That's a speed boost. Now, I'm running a lot quicker than I was before. Now, I'm not sure if that has any other effects on you. I don't believe it does. It just speeds your ass up. So we're heading up the mountain here. We're going to the main cannibal camp. Once I get there, it'll be a little bit scary. A little bit hairy. But anyway, once I get up there, all jokes aside, there will be some goodies for us. Now, if you want to find any other crazy goodies, I would suggest watching, what's his name? The Outer Middle Shaw. The Outer Middle Shaw. He has tips and all that kind of shit of helping people find shit in the forest. I can never find where I'm looking for without watching his vids, so shout out to him. This place I just remember so easily, so I'll be able to get there easily. But for now, let me, what was I gonna make? Or not, this. I was gonna rebind my weapons. Now, usually my axe is always this bind right here. But I'm making the spear this for now because it's my better melee weapon. And I'll have this be my ranged weapon. Alright. Also, one more thing. This is edible. This should be fresh. If this right here gets down 1 more, it'll be spoiled. I won't be able to eat it. It won't be very good num-num. But this right here, this is fresh. This is the best for me right now. I have to go down 2 times before I can't eat it anymore. I have to go down to edible, then spoiled. Now, anything else? If you guys want a good, hard-hitting weapon. Boom. This right here, crafted club. Very good. You can even do this to it. Where you turn into a flame weapon by 1 cloth. I'll actually equip that over the spear now. It's a nice, hard-hitting weapon similar to the modern axe. Thought I heard something. I definitely heard people. Am I crazy? Oh, hi guys. These right here are effigies. These are things these cannibals plant. If you break them, you'll get sticks, rocks. Sometimes the best drop you can get from them is Molotovs and some arms. I'm just gonna run from these guys. There's a high chance they'll follow me, but they might not. They might just be in curious mode. But they also might be trying to get their get back for the 3 guys I killed if they found their bodies. Which they shouldn't have because we proceeded to burn them. Now, in combat, sometimes those fuckers will pick up their friends and try to bring them back for a little bit of a pat on the back and say, "Get in there, buddy, you got this." They do not got that. They'll have, I believe, lower health, but they'll be revived and they'll be back in the fight. So if you see one doing that, make sure to give him a nice whack on the shoulder. Hell, you can slap him with a piece of fucking deer head. Anything that you damage them with, even if it's like a pinch, it'll stop them from bringing their friends back to life. Now, I believe I am going in the right direction. This just takes a hot minute to get here. My sprint is going down a lot slower because I ate that speed boost. This right here is very dangerous. This is the main cannibal camp, the main spooker scare camp. You can usually see a lot of cannibals here, but I'm here before they even get here. They actually barely patrol this camp, to be honest with you. Later, though, way later, day 20, I want to say, is when they're around this place way too much and you just never want to be here. That list I just pulled out was right here, pasture list. We're marking off pastures we find. We're trying to find all of them. I don't believe that's for any collectible on Xbox or PlayStation, so that's just if you're bored. Got lots of ropes. I heard something again. These right here, you break these, you get a shit ton of sodas. I'm gonna pop one right now because I'm getting thirsty. And I'll pop two. If you're on harder game mode, do not do this. If you're dying of thirst, do that. I only did it because I'm on normal, and if I drink too much soda, it should not affect me. This game doesn't glitch out, which it usually doesn't. I'm gonna grab all these. If I see a spooker scare, aka a cannibal, aka a native, on this small little island here. I know it's not actually an island, but what I call it. I will proceed to shit my panties and run away. But right now I don't see any. It's like they just ignored me. They'll be here soon though, don't worry about that. Now this is me trying to show you how to find your first, do your first night. I might do your first 2 nights. Or your first day of the night, because I have to get somewhere that we might not have time to get to. Unless I'm going through the night. These fuckers. That was a lizard you just saw. I could have taken its skin. That's dynamite to get 4 of that from there every time, I believe, when you reload. So, now that we got these cannibals here, these natives, make sure you open all the yellow crates, by the way. They're usually the best ones. They give you flares and modern arrows. See these fuckers? Ignore them. That was good. Usually you cannot sneak up on a lizard like that. Usually they'll run away very quickly. Let's go look at it. That's lizard skin. You can use that for armor. Just slide down here. They cannot attack you if you're on the rope, as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you're, your fucking legs are hanging down, they can slap those. They're above us, so they can't hurt us. Now, this is the place they'll take you if they eliminate you on game modes, I believe, below hard survival. They'll bring you here. Well, where their personal pinata. You want to be like that. Anyway, now that we're here, I can show you their lizard skin. Actually, no, I can't. I have no feathers. Assuming you had feathers, you put this bitch in the middle here. See right there? 15 leaves along with this armor right here. That'll give you stealth armor. Very good, very nice, very tasty. I'll put this one on for now because I don't have any leaves. Usually you wouldn't do that. I'm just going to do it because I might get my ass whooped down here. Shouldn't, but I might. No, usually the first thing I do when I'm down here, I head over here. Here you can see there's alcohol, booze, glass. You open up all these things. Is right there, that's hairspray. Normal, and an excellent weapon. Hard survival, not as much. Just fire damage is nerfed on those difficulties. And down here, more, heals or whatever. This right here is a guy that just, let's say, didn't have a very good time. Very low polygon. But, he has us a nice little compass here, which my character doesn't want to pull out. There you go. Nice compass here, which does take up your lighter slot, so I usually never use that. They're very angry up there. Then there's a map. Pick this up. This is not a filled out map, however. This is a piece of paper. I don't know why this climber would have an empty map, but I digress. You have to fill this up right now. Right now we're in the cave system, so this is going to show us caves, maps or whatever. Some snacks dinner. These snacks, by the way, can also eat portably, but they're not that good for you. I don't think they'll really affect you on normal. This, you can either jump down or just pull one of those bitches. Do not do that with every rope you see. You will break your ankles. There's going to be a cannibal right beyond this point. I'm going to light my little skull lamp here. Give him a nice bonk on the head. Whoa. I'm going to hit him. Should never do that. R.I.P. Now, you would burn him for bones. I don't really know if I want to do that, to be honest with you. I don't want to take up more time than I have to for you. Not to be rude. I'm gonna get the card check at this point. You should come in here every time just because why not? It's a bunch of cash, basically some shit to light up your fires. Some rope. I can't hold anymore. You can only hold up to 4 ropes. 5 rocks and 10 sticks, and 9 here. Later on, you get a bag, get 10 rocks and 20 sticks. Now, if you don't have time to chop up some bodies, some nice meat for later. Not actually nice, it's terrible eating, it'll make you go insane. Literally, if this game there's a sand. So chop off his arms, chop off his head, chop off his ding dong. Chop off all of his body parts. I'm a serial killer, so I like this activity, but if you don't, you can just leave him be. Shit, that's a nice ass, though. Now, these lights go up pretty quick. You have to put a rope on every time your burning weapon goes out. Or, cloth. Now, there will be 2 cannibals here. You can either ignore them or just run past them. I don't feel like burning 2 cannibals. I don't feel like fighting 2 cannibals. So I'm just gonna say, hello guys, how you doing? You know where there's any toilet paper at? Nice, you know that reference! Oh, you hear this friend, and he fell down. And he's hitting me, god damn you. Dickhead, man. They're all dicks down here, man. Now, he might be waiting for me at the bottom. He might have fell down. He's waiting for me at the bottom. Hello, my boy. Ball. He felt that. He didn't flinch, though. Now, this is where you'll find the best weapon in the entirety of the forest. So, remember what this is for every world you make. Or join. So down here, find a nice, juicy outfit. Put that bitch on. Some nice meds. Some backpack. Some alcohol. Lots of dynamite. This doesn't respawn. You shouldn't really pick up all of them. But I will, you know. Well, I just told you why not, but you know what I mean. Modern axe. This is the best weapon in the entirety of the forest. Arguably. Alright? But yeah, this is your best axe overall. Best overall damaging weapon. Assuming that you put a shit ton of teeth and glass on that hoe. Some tape down here, some soda, some more dynamite. Now, nice trick you can do. On console, leave it pick up all this dynamite. Yeah, you leave it picked up like that. If you light this right here and throw it at that dynamite, it'll light. It'll be a nice kaboom. Just for shits and giggles. Alright, in the bones. Why is there a baby down? I don't think you can chop off that one's head. Yes, there's babies in this game. Right, 6 of these, I'll make another piece of bone armor. You do that every time you have the bone sport, unless you're making something else. Alright, let's, go up. Hopefully I cut this out so you don't have to watch me clotting up this rope. But I might just upload this raw. I don't have time for editing. I'll grab a drink of water while I'm doing this. This is how long this fucking rope takes. Now, nice tip when you get to the top here. Wait at the top, just before you climb up. Now, I might give this fucker up here time to plan on jumping for me, or I might just make him jump off the edge. What we're doing here is we're waiting for my stamina to fill up so I can have enough stamina to proceedly whoop his ass. Maybe a nice sip of water before we go up. You know what, here, if I tap up one more time, he'll automatically climb up. Now, I could either kill him like this. Actually, One tap him pretty much. Pretty good. Nice and dead. Also, if you hold the hitting button, he'll do a charge attack. It's about double your damage, I believe. There's all kinds of shit you can break for rope. For the sake of being a quick tutorial, I'm not gonna do all that. It's not quick, really, but you get my point. So now you have some nice weapons. You're nice and I wouldn't say secure, but you had good defense now. We get spoiled. We're gonna talk about it for now, because we can't eat the meat unless it's dry or cooked. Am I going the right way? I'm not. Do not go that way. There's a mutant, I believe. You'll see what those things are more likely on day 7, or if you wander in a cave that you really shouldn't be in. These caves are awful hard to navigate. There's a rope, you have to climb up this one. Now the rope tail that we went down earlier, if you're on multiplayer, I'm not sure if it's only on multiplayer, if it's on single player too. If you jump down that bitch and you land on like something that's kind of like this, like weirdly sloped and not flat, you might not die. I would extremely advise against that. So you can't blame me if you die, but yeah. So we're gonna head back to the yacht, and then I'm gonna end this tutorial, though. Now, if you're trying to enjoy your time in the forest, I'd recommend finding everything from beyond this point yourself. But this is a really good starting point for the forest, you know what I mean? So we're gonna sprint back like the little bitches we are to the yacht with our dick behind our ass. This probably fucker's waiting up here for us. Now, if you want to, in one day, you can actually find all the parts of the gun. I just thought about this. This is an extremely shitty way to play the Force. If you do it this way, you might not find interest in the game outside of that, because you'll find the gun is cheeks, if you will. If you're in multiplayer where you can have the infinite ammo glitch, where you just, like, fucking clone shit, like if you have 30 or... Like, per se, I had 60 this rope, I put the tray in there, you put 30 of that rope in there, you get the circle, that would have just duped this bitch. That would have been up to 90. But, yeah. Now, I'm a little bitch, so we're gonna craft some of these just to get the fuck out of here. I could have also drank a soda. I believe these are better. You know, drugs are always better than soda, kids. That is not true. Do not quote me on that, and you cannot sue me. This is Marigold. Let me show you. Marigold, this, let's believe this, boom. That makes health mechs. If you just put the Marigold, then this, that'll make a regular health mechs. Those are the things I was telling you you could make. That is not, meds. But they will heal you just the same as meds, which is their purpose. They're health mechs. You can already see the boat in the distance. If I wasn't yapping so much, we probably would have already been there. But I was trying to show you guys. You can always just make a treehouse for your first night. You'll be fine. It takes a lot of resources, though. Or hell, just make a regular hunting shelter. Just in the far lands, I believe it is. Not in the Minecraft version. And you'll be fine. That was originally what the tutorial was going to be. If I had enough time, I was going to grab the modern axe. I was going to sprint straight to the far lands, make a hunting shelter, and be done with it. Because the far lands is the safest place, because cannibals do not patrol there. If you see a cannibal, they're set there to attack you. Like, they were sent out, like some Clash of Clans type shit. Like, their mission was to kill you. And they're not just, goofing off. The only bad thing about that place is that there is a cannibal base, but if you don't go near it, they will almost never find you, unless it's an accidental wandering. Because cannibals always wander close to you. They are set to wander around you so that you find them more often. Sorry if this kind of shit breaks your immersion. Now, be careful when you're swimming off to the boat here, because sharks do inherit this water. I've been fine every time I do this, pretty much, unless I'm fucking around too long and building shit in the water. Right past this boat, like beyond this point here, Shark Patrol. I forgot to pick this up. But yeah, alright, well, that's it for your first night. You can save. Boom. Save game. By the way, if you see right here, these are not my normal saves. I've had a lot more that like went to day 50. I just went over the save because I didn't feel like playing anymore in those worlds. So if you die, like if I died out here of freezing cold, I would just respawn in the cannibal place. I believe if you keep dying close to the same time, it'll keep doing that. I think it's either just turned morning or I slept way too early in the night. Anyway, if you have the shark or underwater, I don't think you'll be taken to the cannibal place. I think you'll just fucking die. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you die to the cannibals after that day, I believe you're cooked. Yeah, alright, that was a good tutorial. Now, starting off your day, you'd basically just want to head over there. Maybe make a base here. Like I said, this is a pretty good spot to make a base. You'll be attacked a lot, though. You know, put your meat on the drying rack. Even if it's just edible, it'll still be, you can still eat it. Just pop a Snickers, pop a fucking Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, whatever the hell it is. Pop a human head. You can actually make a head bomb in this game. It's pretty funny. Use on fire. Yeah, you get skulls if you do that. But anyway, that's first day in the forest. Yeah. But by the way, fun fact, you see planes flying overhead? They are not here to save you. You don't know what they're doing? They're just fucking around, I guess. Also, if you make this SOS here, that does nothing. It's purely cosmetic. Alright, anyway, see you guys later. So, I'll give myself a nice send-off here. Also, these literally have a 5-minute fuse. This says in the bottom, they will never go off. You're holding in your hand. Alright, well, see you guys later. Kaboom.